Welcome in. Nate Moran and Greg Ruff along with you. Trevecca basketball coming up here. Back home for a couple of games against West Al and UAH this week. We'll start off with West Alabama, and just a really solid basketball team, and they can hit you different ways, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, they've done an unbelievable job this year. They finished in sixth place, I believe, last year. And, I mean, I think that's not the normal down there. Coach Woodruff has done a great job of just finishing in the top half of the conference, first or second place, I feel like almost every single year, even dating back to when I was at Lee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't surprising how good they are, but they're just really tough. They're balanced, and they're extremely disciplined.
The conference is really, really good. I mean, there's some really good basketball teams. There's some good teams in this league that don't have necessarily great records that you would think, but you cannot take them lightly, can you?
No, I mean, even the teams that are near the bottom of the league, like, I mean, for instance, Christian Brothers probably hasn't had the year that they've wanted to have so far, but, I mean, they play hard as can be, and like if you don't show up to play, then you're not going to win the game, and that's across the board in this league.
Absolutely. So it's interesting, when you have conferences that are set up like this. I like it because you play everybody once, and then you flip and you play everybody again. You kind of reverse the order. How do you? There's two sides of that. How does that help you scouting and helping get your team ready for the teams? But also, how do you adjust so you change things up so the teams that you're playing don't see the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a delicate balance of, you work on something for so long that you're not going to completely change who you are.
Yeah.
But as people get hurt throughout the season, as people, begin to be more parts of or bigger parts of your lineups, your identity might shift a little bit. But I don't think that anybody at this time of the year is trying to make wholesale changes. If they are, then there's a reason that they're trying to make wholesale changes. But so essentially, it's like who you have a pretty good idea of who you're playing, and then you're going to take, you might take one or two things away that you think might be a team strength or something that you see that you can get them in. But it'll be fun. I mean, because there's a lot of good coaches in this league that'll be making those adjustments, and we got to be able to make them before the game. We got to be able to make in-game adjustments as well at a high level.
That's something that is fascinating to me because I've never been a college coach or assistant coach. I've just been a broadcaster and watching what people do. But how does that process happen for you to make an adjustment in a second half? Are you talking about it on the bench while the first half's going on, or do you? I know you guys pull aside. Everybody does that, pulls aside, and you talk about it before you go into the locker room. Is that when you do that, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, every dead ball, or not dead ball, every time there is a media timeout.
Yeah.
So whenever those guys are going to sit on the bench, the coaches huddle and we talk really fast, and certain guys have certain input to give, and it's pretty direct on what they're trying to look for throughout the game.
Yeah.
And so after we get that, then we're going to go talk to the guys and see what small adjustments. Because once again, no wholesale changes are going to be made in the middle of the game, but if there's some tweaks that we see that we can make, whether that be executing a scout-specific detail or whether it's schematic or whether it's just playing hard and communicating. Whatever that is that we see and we come to consensus on as a coaching staff, those are the adjustments we're trying to make, and it's the same thing for halftime.
Yeah. You're coming down the second half of the season now, the conference season. What do you describe your team?
Tough. I mean, I'm really proud of our guys. I don't think the guys in the fall knew probably even what they were capable of.
Yeah.
So I think we got a bunch of guys that play extremely hard and extremely connected, and they're just a tough group of guys. I mean, there's been one game this year where we got punched in the chin and we actually folded, and we've gotten punched a lot this year.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's the biggest thing is we have a resilient group, and that's part of our program motto is care, character, attitude, resiliency, effort. So just proud of our group for that, and hopefully they can see the fruit of that down the stretch.
I was talking with some folks when you get a weather situation like this, in particular Nashville. This is not common for Nashville. Other parts of the country, yes, but I was talking with some people about memories. There was a 96 blizzard here, and then there was a 94 ice storm. I was talking about memories from that. What memories are you going to have, and maybe surrounding the team during this ice storm, and just having missing a game, and also being able to hang back on campus and go through all this with the guys? Unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't get to play on Saturday, and I thought that kind of the agreement, just safety of our guys.
Yeah.
Didn't want to put them in harm's way. Didn't want to put anybody else in harm's way on our staff, etc. But like the memories are ours. Like, I mean, those guys are having memories together.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got dudes sleeping in the locker room right now.
Yeah.
So that's a memory in itself that they're going to get to have together. But I mean, our memories, there's a lot on the court, but I'll be honest, I haven't went out there and had snowball fights with them or anything.
I would say you're probably hoping that doesn't happen.
Yes. Yeah, no. So, I mean, honestly, there's a lot that goes through a season, and there's a ton of memories that are to be had. But I think some of the coolest memories that I can think of as a player was with my friends, and so I think they're getting to have a ton of cool memories, and getting to have a couple days off due to this ice storm has been cool for them. But on the flip side of things is, there's fun memories for like some guys on campus, but I mean there's a lot of people that have been affected by this storm.
Yeah.
And I'm driving down Franklin Hillsborough Road the last couple days, and there's trees and power lines out everywhere, and people are without power. So I really just my biggest hope and prayer is that people can get back or get power back, and that the people that do not have shelters can find shelter, because it's a scary time.
It is, and that's something, to me, that's as a dad, one of my best memories. Not necessarily, I don't mean that as being positive necessarily, but one of my strong memories is when the tornado came within a quarter mile of our house, and we couldn't get out, had no power, and we ended up fighting and finding our way to a hotel.
Oh yeah.
And spending 3 days there, and those are memories that we'll never forget.
Oh,
and it wasn't necessarily great.
No,
because we were scared.
No, I mean well, I mean, if we're talking about my family, because I've been with my family a lot, we played a lot of board games.
Yes.
I might get made fun of this, but we watched Frozen 2 last night. We actually watched Frozen 1 too, and it was great. The wife and I and our 2 kids had a little karaoke night to Let It Go.
Had to talk to the wife about video for that.
Yes, but we did. So, I mean, those were great memories. But, I mean, it makes me think of, like, another tragic situation, which, like, I think it was, like, the 2012 flood.
Oh, yeah.
Was it 2012 or 2010?
Maybe it's 2010. Yeah,
2010. But, I mean, that was a terrible event that affected a lot of people negatively. And I remember, like, it was some fun memories for me, but I wasn't affected negatively. So it's, like, always that give and take of, like, other people are affected different ways.
Absolutely. All right. He's Nate Moran. We got basketball coming up next right here at the Trojan Fieldhouse. Thanks for watching.